when I was growing up, my father took out a piece of paper and he translated a Sanskrit poem onto that piece of paper that I've never forgotten. And he took that piece of paper and he taped it to our refrigerator door so my brother and I could read the words from this poem every single morning before he went off to school. I've never forgotten what it said on that piece of paper. It said simply, "Spring is past, summer has gone, and winter is here. And the song that I meant to sing remains unsung, for I have spent my days stringing and unstringing my instrument." As I got older, I asked my dad, I said, "Dad, what was that poem all about?" And he looked at me and he said, "Son, that was a poem written by a man whose heart was filled with regret over a life half lived." He was always getting ready to sing the great song of his life. He was always getting ready to be a dreamer. He was always getting ready to play with the poetic possibilities that his life was meant to be. But he just got busy being busy. And so he missed out on the great song of his life. Spend time talking to people whose lives you want to be living. I met Evelyn and Carlos from one of my favorite places, Puerto Rico. Right? And I'm working on my Spanish, un poco. But it's coming along, And you know, it made me think how important it is to surround yourself with people whose lives you want to be living. So I made a profound change reading these books, interviewing elders, talking to people whose lives I want to be living, making these changes, because obviously reading books isn't going to do anything unless you're willing to take some chances, right? Ideation without execution is nothing more than delusion. Ideation without execution is nothing more than delusion. Hey, it's great to get fantastic ideas, but what you want to do is be one of those brave souls who walks out there and executes flawlessly around those ideas, even if it's just taking that first step and running towards your fears. You want to be known, I respectfully suggest to you, as a woman or a man of action, not one of these people who's all talk and no action. Action, execution. So here's what I did. I made a profound change in my life by learning these things and acting on these ideas. I then said, if an ordinary guy from a little town of 2,000 people could make such profound changes in the way he thinks, the way he feels, the way he behaves, let me write a little book. Now, the reason I share this part of the story with you is because I want to invite you to consider that every dream starts small. You're going to see people up here and you want to be on this stage. You might not be there. Remember, they started off with that first person that they talked to. FedEx, the first night in business, you know how many packages they sold, that they moved? 15. Let's not forget that Bono and his bandmates started off with that first gig in Dublin. Let's not forget that Richard Branson started off with a little college newspaper when everyone laughed at him. Every dream starts off small, but you want to start and move it forward each and every day. And while everyone else laughs at you and criticizes you, pay no heed to them. Keep on moving your dream forward, because there is something magical about sticking to your dream longer than anyone around you thinks you have a right to stick to that dream. And I'm speaking from the heart here, because I tell you, if I listened to my critics, I would not be on this stage here today. I would be sitting in a law office doing something that I'm not called or meant to do. So I self-published this little book called The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari in a Kinko's copy shop. Not a lot of people don't know this, I was still practicing law. My mother was my editor. My father helped me sell the book one at a time. Now, there's about 3,500 people in this room. I'm so honored to be here. I'll tell you why. My first seminar, only 23 people attended. 21 of those people were my own family members. I mean, I tell you, Starting with a little dream like building your business and saying, I'm going to get out there and I'm going to talk to people and I'm going to take risks and I'm going to work on myself and I'm going to be extraordinary. Because the days slip into weeks, the weeks slip into months, the months slip into years. Before you know it, 5 years have gone by. 1 year has gone by. Well, 1 year is going to go by anyway. Why not get there world class in this business, world class in your life? This is the greatest time in the history of humanity to be doing what we're doing. This is the greatest time in the history of humanity to make a commitment to being world class. This is the greatest time in the history of humanity to be an extraordinary human being and to learn and to grow and to have an impact on people around the world step by step. It's an exciting time to be alive. So, the idea I want to share with you is on this Be an Extraordinary Performer, Don't Give Up. I want to read you a chapter from my latest book, The Greatness Guide. Chapter 97, Don't Give Up. I'm sitting here in my study as I write, drinking coffee, thinking. Not daydreaming, not wasting time, not worrying, simply thinking. One of the best things you can do is to spend some time each day thinking. Because what's the point of getting to the top of your mountain, realizing you did the wrong things? Think how you can build your career to the next level of world class within free life. Think how you can add more value to your stakeholders. Think what you can do to be a shining example of poetic possibilities. Think. Peter Drucker said it so well. He said, there's nothing so useless as doing efficiently that which should not be done at all. Confucius said it even better. He said, the person who chases two rabbits catches neither. So simply thinking. Mostly I'm thinking about the importance of having a sense of mission and then staying true to it. It's not easy, though. I found that the bigger I dream, the more obstacles I face. My mission in life is pretty straightforward. I want to help human beings become extraordinary and organizations get to world class. I have such a passion to realize that dream and do my part to make the world a better place. This isn't just a business to me, it's my calling. But the higher I reach, the more I get tested. Sound familiar? But challenges are good. We grow through them. We are most alive amidst danger. Papa Walenda, the great high wire walker, said it so well. Life is lived out on the wire. Life is lived out on the wire. The rest is just waiting. The wisest amongst us, the genuine leaders, smile in the face of adversity. They understand that life tests the big dreamers, the passionate revolutionaries. It's almost like a weeding out process. Only the strong and the best get to live their heart song. You know what? If it was easy to get to world class and extraordinary, everyone would be doing it. Jeff Bezos, Amazon.com, once said, I knew that if I failed, I wouldn't regret it. But I knew the one thing I might regret is not trying. I believe the only failure in life is the failure to try. I believe, ladies and gentlemen, the greatest risk you will ever face in your life is riskless living. That's why I honor you. Keep pushing the envelope. Keep dreaming. Keep growing. Keep talking to people. Keep getting better. Keep pushing the poetic possibilities that your life was meant to be.